I'm Leah. I made Aliyah back in August of this year with my husband, and we decided after the war broke out to come back and volunteer here as Americans, volunteering as Israelis, and it has been a very enlightening experience. We're dealing with soldiers as a volunteer work. We serve coffee, we serve food, we are there to stand up for our people, something that the Americans are failing to do. The American Jews seem to cower down and not stand up for themselves, and it's an embarrassment. It is such a shame to see what the Americans are doing, how they're turning everything around and making it on us. We're doing nothing but standing up for ourselves. But one of the first times, and at least the first time in my lifetime, and the most heart-wrenching thing is to make it normalized of going into bomb shelters for reasons way beyond our control. We were attacked. Why were we attacked? What did we do? We were dancing around. We were celebrating Simchat Torah. We were being good Jews. And then we were just attacked.
Yeah.
So why the Jews? Why is it the Jews? And why is it the American Jews can't see it for what it is? That it's not Israelis being mean or dealing with genocide. What about all the times that we've been attacked? What did we do? Isn't that genocide? What did we do? We've never done anything wrong. We've just supported one another as a whole. And we're just being shot down and shot at and shot across, and it's so unfair. Our youth have to live like this. Our elderlies have to live like this. And as a middle-aged woman, I have to deal with this as a choice. And I think it's a great choice. It's scary. It's something that has to get done. As an American, I'm proud to say that I'm here and I'm helping my country. And I don't understand those that sit and say, I'm doing something extraordinary. I'm doing what any normal human should do, is stick up for one another and stick up for your own. If nothing else, stick up for your own. We were all there for Black Lives Matter and all of those other things. Why is it the Jews are not standing up for the Jews? Why are the Jews cowering to the Palestinians while the Palestinians are paying for rallies after rally after rally, screaming genocide? They're the ones that caused it. They have our hostages. Give us back all of our hostages. We could end this war so easily. It could be the easiest thing in the world. Just give us back all of our hostages. These people have done nothing wrong. I was really impressed when I went to the dance site, the Nova site, to see all of the tanks in the background, seeing the shots from the tanks, making it so realistic that it blew me away. Seeing the pictures of all the youngsters, as I like to call them, and seeing that all of their grave sites, their burials, that their families right now have no idea where they are, what they are, where they are. And it's heart-wrenching. And all we saw were, in one direction were the pictures of people, in another direction were pictures of flags with the trees that were planted in honor of each and every person that passed or was held hostage. That's what really wrenched my heart. A lot of the tour to me was just a tour of the area because things were demolished. You couldn't really get a gist of things. But I saw at the crossing, one of the Gaza crossings, the Ezra crossing, there was bullets, there was holes, there were cars that were blown up, and it was so realistic, but yet out of a movie. It was something almost like it was set up for me to see. It didn't feel real. It didn't feel like anything that I could ever imagine in my life. The atrocities that went on, that I was able to witness and see, were heart-wrenching. To know that we just got trampled for no reason. Once again, it was like a Holocaust, but again. And that's something people in the States aren't seeing. They're not seeing it at all. Um, at one of the sites, I chose not to go in for fear of what it might do to me. But I've heard horrific stories of seeing where people were killed, directly killed, these poor workers, dying with their passports right next to them, trying to insist that they're not Israelis, not to kill them. They had no reason to be in this whatsoever. Um, Hearing about it makes me sick. That we have to prove who and what we are for no reason other than being Jewish. It's heart-wrenching. And to see it firsthand at these sites, to see the buildings burnt out, the gunshots going through, where police stations used to be, where snipers had to be to survive and to help the townsfolk live and survive and make it through. And speaking to the people from the kibbutz, where now there's only a very few people left, but they're still there, they're working, they're making it work for themselves. They have no choice. This is their livelihoods, this is their lives. They have no option. A few of them saved whoever was left because they were given the opportunity to go into their shelters and get their guns and get their weapons. And they had to protect people for their lives. The cars, the car graveyard was quite disturbing. To see all of those cars that were destroyed and just burnt. They had to be all drugged to one location. Thousands of thousands of thousands of cars just piled up in shambles. There's nothing left of them. I don't know how anybody is able to go there and say, yes, that's my car, or my son's car, I should say, or my daughter's car. I don't know how anybody's able to say that, because you can't tell one vehicle from the other. And what are they going to see? The gunshot wounds, the gunshots to the car? How is that helpful? I can't imagine that being helpful at all. But I can't imagine being in their position of not having my loved ones around or knowing that they're okay. I've got friends who have people in the war right now, working as soldiers, and I thank them every minute of every day for what they do and what they say and how they act. And yet they turn around and they're grateful to us for helping in the little ways that we do, making coffee. They're grateful for that. Tonight. Yeah, we're headed out to do that tonight. And I'm proud to say that I went to this Bear Witness. It really enlightened me in ways that I'm shocked at. And I'm learning every day more and more about it. Thank you.